Yo, what's up? It's C to the O to the U to the N to the T to the Y, Contreras County. We are reacting to the controversial ball drop of 2024. Just so you guys know, I am Christian, so you guys already know my views on this. I don't hate the individuals that participate in this. I just hate the sin, and I hate that this is forced on other individuals. Again, everyone I've encountered that's either gay, lesbian, or bi, a lot of those people are very nice individuals, and I've had no issues with them. And like I said, when it comes to politics, I'm a neutral. So let's get this started.
It's a new year, and that means that last night the champagne was flowing. Today, the MAGA tears are flowing because of what they were shown on New Year's Eve, specifically the Rockin' Eve on CNN. See, at the stroke of midnight, they go to the crowd. What the crowd does is at midnight, you kiss someone.
I haven't seen that in the past 4 out of the 5 years I've watched it, because this year I didn't watch it because I was watching a movie with my mom.
You know, one of your partners, someone you're in love with, whatever. Well, they did that, and the MAGA world was not happy about it. Take a look at this photo. This is apparently the first couple that they showed.
Good job by the cameras by forcing this. Again, I don't think those guys even wanted to be filmed, but that's a straight up makeup session. That ain't no kiss, bro.
And see if you can figure out what issue MAGA had with this. Dear God, it's gay men kissing. Stop the presses.
You realize how he's overreacting to this situation and doesn't really have a really fine argument on why this is okay?
Stop everything, in fact. We need to express our feelings about this. So MAGA took to Twitter, and these comments are amazing. America First Warrior, someone who self-identifies as a warrior, tweeted, CNN, supposedly a news outlet, propagandizing by showing a gay male couple making out as the first couples kissing after the ball drops. You know they pulled them out of the crowd hours prior and put them in their VIP section, had cameras set up for their pre-planned kiss.
I don't think that kiss is pre-planned, to be quite honest. I'll give them that benefit of the doubt. And it's New Year's Eve, like, isn't every kiss pre-planned at this point? But again, that wasn't a kiss, that was a full-blown makeout session.
This is the first shot. I love that he's pointing out that the kiss was pre-planned. It's a New Year's Eve kiss. They're all pre-planned. It's not like people randomly were like, oh, we were just kissing. Did a ball drop or something? That's what the holiday is. But it just bothers him so much. He's talking about the alphabet mafia and his kids being the target of that kiss.
Were they not for the Buzz Lightyear movie? I get it. The kids are probably asleep, but still.
And wokeness says the very first moment of 2024 was an interracial gay kiss curated for public consumption. Well, I mean, that was the first moment of 2024 if you were watching CNN's New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Which, again, it's just a ball dropping, guys. Like, really, like, what's the point of it at this point? Like, after watching it 4 years in a row and taking a year off not to watch it, it actually felt pretty good. Like, I could have cared less.
But there was all sorts of different things you could be doing. Wow Bagger is damn disappointed. Her daughter had to see that. It was so obviously planned. It's TV and it's a holiday. Everybody's so shocked by this. Queen Anne says saw it live. So staged. They're all staged. That's what it is. And I would just like to ask, I guess them, but I will throw the question to you, Nina. If it was a straight couple, as it has been...
If it was a straight couple, I would have the exact same reaction. If you kiss, whatever, cool, I don't care. You are having a full-blown makeout session in front of me. I don't want to see that, even if you're a straight couple.
Let me do the numbers. Every other time, was that propaganda? Was that aim?
It isn't propaganda, but it is pushing an agenda.
That gay couples, kids, was that...
This guy sounds so stupid. Unless you're adopting, I don't think you know this, but the only way you can have a kid is if the male has sex with a female, like an actual born to be a female, instead of man with man and woman with woman, or whatever the hell and whatever the hell. My camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, homosexual kids. Like, what are you talking? I don't know.
Disgusting, because that's not the sort of kissing that they want to get up to. Why is it that that's not staged and planned and not journalism? As if the New Year's Rockin' Eve is supposed to be some sort of bastion of journalism or whatever. Why is there that inconsistency, Nina Turner?
Oh, John, I'm laughing my natural behind off right now. I mean, these people really have too much time on their hands. I got some advice for them. Seek help.
Why? We don't want to watch someone go into a makeout section? We need to seek help for not believing what you guys are forcing us to believe?
Seek help. If this is the way you're going to start off your New Year's, I mean, for the love of God. And your point about the kisses being staged, I mean, it's customary that when people are happy and joyful, that they celebrate and they embrace somebody that they love or like, and they hug and kiss them. I mean, Jesus Christ, why are they acting like this is something new? No, they wouldn't have said a mumbling word if it was a heterosexual couple.
If they would have gone into a makeout session, yes, they would have. That's a lie.
I mean, was that heterosexual couple being trying to sexualize their children that may have been up at midnight? I mean, a lot of people's children are not up at midnight, no matter, even if it's a New Year's Eve celebration. I mean, most little kids are asleep at that time. But
Yeah.
what difference does it make? It wasn't sexual in nature. It was celebratory. It's like, oh, loved one, we made it to a new year. I'm so happy and you're here with me. Let's kiss. Maybe, John, maybe they just jealous because they don't have nobody to kiss.
If you gotta switch what you identify as, if you gotta go through this whole transition phase, if you gotta take pills for it to find your loved one, man, you can stay on that side, because I promise you, if you aren't happy with what you have, which is yourself, and if you're not happy with your God or whatever you believe in, how are you going to love someone if you don't love yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know how to love yourself. And I told my mom this, like, even if I end up alone, as long as I got myself, I'm going to be good. You die alone, you were born alone, and you die alone. And I'm happy with myself. If you got to do all that to find love, for me, that's not worth it. So I'm not jealous at all.
That's what I maybe. Honestly,
That's what it is.
I don't know how anyone makes it to midnight. Forget the kids not making it. I was asleep at 10. My wife didn't make it past 8:30. What are you all doing that you have energy to just be awake at midnight at this point?
I want to spend time with my family, because I hardly ever get to spend time with my family. That's worth having enough energy for.
That's true. I was holding on for dear life, John.
Yeah, I used to make it, not anymore. But yeah, the rage and the obvious hypocrisy there.
Hypocrisy is a two-way street. If Christians were speaking what their truths are, we would have a whole outrage. But we don't have that same outrage with LGBTQ, whatever you want to call it, community. It's a two-way street.
And it's like the worst sort of hypocrisy too, because you know, how angry would they be if one of these people is cornered and you ask them, like, can you explain logically why it's indoctrination and
Would you be the one to handpick the individual that you're cornering? Because if you corner someone that's very intellectual and is very firm in their beliefs and has actually done research and have read to believe what they believe, and to get further evidence of what they believe is true, you're probably going to lose that battle.
propaganda if a gay couple kisses, but not because they just want to live in a world, not just a world where there are no gay people. That goes without saying. They want to live in a world where you don't have to explain that sort of hypocrisy. It's just expected that everyone is going to agree that gay people get in the closet. We don't have to see that stuff. And not just gay people. They throw all sorts of different groups in there. They don't want to have to explain their hatreds and their fears and their jealousy.
I don't hate anyone. If I hate you or dislike you, it's because you've done something to me. I don't fear anyone. I only fear God. I fear heights and needles, but I don't fear a single person. If I get in a confrontation, I'm not scared of you. And again, we already talked about the jealousy. Like, if you got to do all that to find love, it's not worth it. But okay, I guess if you want to assume.
They just want to be elevated as a result of these psychological flaws that they have. Patriots, they're out of touch with America. You know what they're in touch with?
No, we're not out of touch with America. We're out of touch with the agendas and society pushes that are being forced. But people don't want to hear that.
The fact that there are millions upon millions of gay people in America, and sometimes they kiss. And I apologize if for once you saw a couple kissing on the New Year's Rockin' Eve and it didn't turn you on. I think it's weird that...
What does that have to do with anything?
You would expect that every couple does. I've seen many couples, randomly kiss in my life. And very rarely did I come out of the experience saying, that was hot and awesome. It's people living their life. It's not about you.
That's why I'm saying, like, if you wanna live however you wanna live that way. But don't force me into living how you want to live, or don't force me to believe what you want me to believe. Like, no, that's not how this works. It's just not. I'm sorry.
I don't know why everything has to be so tailor-made for them. And again, I apologize. I will point out what I've pointed out before on the topic of like representation in movies. It is so weird.
You're only pleasing the minority, though. You're not pleasing the majority. Like, the majority's just there to watch a movie. The majority's not there for agenda pushes. Look how bad Target's sales were in June. They lost millions upon millions of dollars in profit and revenue alone. Look at what beer was it? I think it was Bud Light. Look at Bud Light. All the millions of dollars that company lost within a week. Like, we're only trying to please the minority.
To be told by people like this that representation doesn't matter, that if you're
Where's Hispanic representation? I'll wait.
gay or whatever, you shouldn't want to see gay people in movies. Why is that important? Well, at the same time, they demand that...
It's important because we're tired of agendas being pushed.
Literally everything represents them. They clearly think it's the most important thing in the world, but only for them, can't be dispensed to anyone else. It's ridiculous, and it can't be pointed out often enough how ridiculous it is. Nina, more thoughts before we move on?
I mean, it's madness, John. I try not to enter the mind of mad people, and for the love of God, to start to...
Having a different opinion isn't being mad. It's just not. I'm sorry.
New Year off like that. I feel sorry for some of these people, John. Really, honestly, I'm not trying to be sarcastic here.
I feel sorry for the people that can't have opposing opinions. I was gonna say opinions that disagree with whatever the majority's opinion is, but opposing opinions work as well. I feel sorry for those people that get harassed, berated, attacked, threatened, disrespected. I feel sorry for those people.
Sad. I mean, think about it. You really are in a bad way already on the first damn day of the new year, and they still got 364 more days to go.
It's a new...
365. But yeah, that's going to do it. I got a lot more to say, but I'm not going to say it because I know I'm going to piss people off. So that's going to do it. I love you all so much. Take it easy and peace.